Welcome back to my channel, foodies. All right, so we know seasoned rice is that one pot meal. You can drop anything in your seasoned rice. You can add corn, you can add peas, you can add ackee and saltfish, you can add anything you want. You know, it's that one pot meal on a Friday. You really don't feel like cooking. Maybe you have some leftover ackee from the day before. Guess what? This is the meal we're making today. So grab your ingredients, grab your ackee, grab your rice, and grab your pumpkin. All right, stay tuned. All right, so like I said, I made ackee yesterday. This is the pot from yesterday. I had some leftovers. Now I'm going to use my leftover ackee and saltfish and add it to my seasoned rice. All right, so I'm putting pumpkin in this seasoned rice. Here are all my seasoning. Some of them I already have cut up. The scallion, I have an onion. I have my garlic, a little piece of ginger that's crushed. Definitely a Scotch bonnet pepper, definitely some thyme. I have my rice over there, which is half the basmati and half my long grain rice, which is a great combination. You know, so seasoned rice needs some coconut milk. All right, so I have my coconut milk and I have the coconut block. So I'm putting both of them. Nice little combination. I have my green seasoning, a tablespoon of brown sugar. I have my Maggi all-purpose, and also some Grace Cock soup mix, which it's the mix that comes in the bottle without the noodles in it. So that's sold on the shelf. But if you don't have everything that I have here, like I said, you can add anything you want to add to your seasoned rice. And don't let nobody tell you say that's not how you cook seasoned rice, because seasoned rice is that pot, like you can just throw anything in it. If you have peas, if you have corn, if you have carrot, pumpkin, chocho, I see okra in seasoned rice. Anything you want to put in seasoned rice. Some people put red in. Some people even dump out a can of mackerel in a seasoned rice. It's that nice one pot meal. All right, so just make it with whatever you have in that refrigerator. Okay, all right. And I know sometimes pumpkin is hard to find in certain areas. It's sometimes they call it squash, or I have different names. So you know, anything that gives a pot that nice color. And if you don't have pumpkin, you can the turmeric, or you can drop some curry in it to give it that nice yellowish color. But all right, so my pot is already probably about a cup of water is already in there. I'm adding the half a block of the coconut milk, and I also added a cup of coconut milk and a little bit of water. All right, and then I'm gonna drop my pumpkin in. I'm gonna let it cook for probably about 5 minutes, so it can soften up a little, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna add my additional ingredients along the way. All right, and you don't have to use any particular measurement. I'm using, this is probably about a cup of pumpkin, nice and diced. Dropping my Scotch bonnet pepper in, a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. And you know, the thing is, when you're cooking, just taste your pot along the way. See what, you know, whatever meets your mind. See what tastes good to you. What tastes good to me might not taste good to you. So just flavor along the way, taste it, make sure the ingredients and turn up, make sure everything is good, and you're gonna have a nice pot at the end of the day. All right, so the pumpkin soften up. I didn't want it, I don't like when it's too hard in the rice, so that's why I'll cook it a little. So with some of the coconut milk, make it go on boil. All right, so now just gonna add some more coconut milk, start spice up the pot. I'm gonna add my seasoning that's already cut up with the onion and the tomatoes and the scallion. Just gonna drop everything in now. I'm probably using about a tablespoon of the Maggi all-purpose, probably about another tablespoon of the cock soup mix. And if you don't have the cock soup mix, I've seen people strain off the soup mix into this. So like I said, it's optional. Whatever seasoning you have or seasoning salt, just make use of it. Just, you know, whatever your taste buds said, hey, this is what it needs, just go with the flow. That's what seasoned rice is. It's that one pot meal where anything goes. It does not have to be perfect, okay? And don't forget the green seasoning. That also has like all the blended ingredients of the thyme, pimento, ginger, garlic, onion, scallion. And scroll down on my channel. That recipe is on there, and I get a lot of great reviews on it. So definitely keep that on hand in my refrigerator. Usually I blend it up. I have probably like 3 or 4 bottles, so I'm never out. As soon as, okay, it's coming down to the wire, it's time to make some more. I'm also adding a little bit of garlic powder in this as well, okay? And like I said, I'm gonna list all the ingredients actually in my description box. And if you're looking for all these great utensils that I'm using, they're also on my Amazon storefront. That's where you can pick them up. And my cookware there by Williams Sonoma. No, this is not a commercial for them, but yeah, I wish they would send me a set. Okay, so hey, Williams Sonoma. All right, so like I said, I'll list everything in the description box for you. All right, so after this, it's gonna boil for probably about another 5 to 10 minutes. See the color look nice and yellow. The pumpkin colors are coming out. Everything is looking beautiful. Now I'm gonna add my rice. 2 cups of rice is what I'm using. And you can always just measure, like, you know, when you dip the spoon in the pot, saying, okay, if it feels too loose, or, you know, you might need to add some water. But the seasoned rice, it's good like this, because the rice is going to absorb some of that moisture. And you know, seasoned rice don't really too shelly. It's a little on the sticky side, but not too sticky. But just gonna let this boil probably like 10 minutes, and then what I'm gonna do is drop some ackee right in it. All right, so but you can even add the ackee in from the beginning. It's hundreds different ways to make seasoned rice. Okay, this is just one of the ways that I make it. All right, so it's been cooking for about 10 minutes. There it is, just shifting it around. You can see most of the water has already been absorbed. Look like my Scotch bonnet pepper. Look at the pepper busting out of the pot. You don't want your food to be over pepper, so I'm gonna remove that Scotch bonnet pepper, and just gonna add the ackee. Probably about some big gulps of ackee, which was, like I said, from the day before. It's already seasoned and flavorful. And after adding the ackee, you know, just taste it. Make sure everything is good. The salt to seasoning ratio, make sure everything is good. And yeah, have a nice 1-pot meal. You don't even need to add anything else to this, but I'm going to add some shrimp. Right, I'm gonna add some shrimp. Just saute up some shrimp just real quick, and I'll share that recipe on my channel also. So I'll just saute up some shrimp, and I'm gonna drop it right up here with my ackee. All right. All right, and don't mix it. I'm just tasting it. Just make sure it tastes good. All right, and don't mix too much with the spoon. Just shift from side to side. People always say don't put spoon in your rice, but once you know what you're doing, yeah, it won't be the rice. The spoon won't do anything to it. Okay. See, I'm just shifting it from side to side and making everything, you know, evenly distribute the ackee through the pot. But it's gonna be really good once you try this recipe. All right, there's my shrimp. Look how nice and divine that looks. Those are those wild caught pink Patagonian shrimp. They to look and taste like lobster. They're already pink, but they're raw. Yeah, you can pick them up at any of your supermarkets as well. So there's my rice. Everything look good. The pumpkin turned up. The ackee still look good. See, everything nice and plump. So while you're enjoying this recipe, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell. Follow me on Instagram. I have some other platforms. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. All right, and don't forget to share this video with your friends and your families. And yeah, and make sure you drop some comments in the comment section. All right, and thank you as always for watching. Let me go and mix up my pot. All right, and enjoy this meal. It was very tasteful. Very tasteful. All right, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.